that day. Hi, I'm Linda Fagans, and I would like to welcome you to the Persuasive Pen podcast, where we look at the art and science of persuasive communication. Today, we're going to explore the powerful intersection of leadership and persuasion. And I'm entitling this episode, The Words of a Leader. We're going to talk about how the words of a leader can have impact on the persons they are leading, their team, the corporate structure, your clients. And we'll look at some examples of exceptional, powerful, persuasive words or persuasive writing. Sheryl Sandberg, former COO of Facebook, said, leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impact lasts in your absence. I'll say it again. Leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impact lasts in your absence. Aren't those powerful words that you could have either written or actually spoken? Indra Nooyi, former CEO of Pepsi Company, said leadership is hard to define and good leadership even harder. But if you can get people to follow you to the ends of the earth, you are a great leader. Do you agree with that? Is that something that would be remarkable to you, cause you to remember what was said or cause you to think about it? And I'm going to quote one more. And this is the founder and CEO of McPherson Strategies. I'll let you figure out who the person is. Magic happens when you connect people. I credit much of my success to always making it a point to truly get to know people and help them whenever I can. It's become the backbone of our firm's success. Women founders in particular are often highly skilled at making connections that can help advance their businesses. I want you to find out who that is. I gave half of the answer to you. The words of a leader. When we look at powerful speakers and leaders, they should inspire us, cause us to take action, bring up the moral excitement, and not necessarily the moral, but the excitement on the job to want to move forward as a team. Dr. Maya Angelou, the acclaimed poet and civil rights activist, is known for her commanding presence and eloquent use of language. And Dr. Angelou embodied the essence of leadership through words. And she said, people will forget what you said. People forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. This quote just expresses the core of persuasive leadership. It's not just about the message, but the emotion and conviction behind it. Remember, it's about bringing persons to a win-win situation. It's about you being concerned about the audience interests, desires, and needs. So Dr. Angelou shares in an article how she used storytelling to connect with her audience. She explained that a leader's words must resonate on a personal level, evoking empathy and understanding. And she often demonstrated this through her powerful speeches and writings, which often address difficult and sensitive topics with grace and clarity. All of us remember that crisp inaugural poem she wrote during President Bill Clinton's inauguration called On the Pulse of Morning. Her words were a call for unity, hope, and a shared future. So what's all this about persuasion and leadership? A leader has to be ready to convey trust, competence, empathy, all characteristics of women that you have, and sometimes it needs to be developed and improved upon. There's a way of stirring up your team, their gifts, their talents, keeping morale up, about leading people to come to realization of the call to action that they're very much a part of, that would make a difference and have an impact. And we all respond to words of a leader. And we've been talking about what is persuasion and how persuasion is used and the different aspect of persuasion. And so it's important for you as wise women leaders to be mindful of your words, even how you present them, so that they will be remarkable, memorable, and the way you present them will have a lasting impact on your audience. And that's what we really want to do. One of the great writers, great women leaders is Sheryl Sandberg, and she can tell a story. She uses the power of persuasion brilliantly in her speech to the graduating class at Virginia Tech. She sets the scene. Remember, if you listen to some of the podcasts, we talk about how do you paint a picture that's just not ordinary, but takes in the senses. She spoke about the matter of resilience that day and how to come back after the loss of her husband. She sets the tone with a problem statement that we are not born with a certain amount of resilience. This immediately helps her become more authentic and relatable to her audience. And so you want to do that, even in your writing. And I'm discussing these because I want you to understand how you should use persuasion not only in speaking, but in your writing. And then she said in her voice, there are times to lean in and there are times to lean on. Oh, those words, don't they resonate? There are times to lean in and there are times to lean on. How many of you as women, that word can resonate with you? She gives a heartfelt call to action at the end, which she delivers using collective pronouns. Remember, we talked about in your writing that you should always have a call to action, something specifically that you direct, you asked your audience to do so that you would engage them and that you will inspire action. In her call to action, she said, let's go beyond just looking at how do we overcome things and start to find the joy and the gratitude and the love in the world around us. Now, this was a very personal story. She draws the audience in with her. And Sheryl Sandberg's ability to combine personal anecdotes with universal messages of resilience and unity is what makes her such a compelling speaker. And you still want to hear those compelling speakers because they had to write the speech. You had to still use the techniques and think about who is your audience, who are you talking to, how do you create a remarkable story and the use of storytelling. Let's talk about Malala Yousafzai, the youngest Nobel Prize winner. Malala's speeches and writings are a blend of personal narrative and a powerful call for education and women's rights. In her famous speech at the United Nations, Malala uses her personal story of being attacked by the Taliban to highlight the importance of education. She employs repetition for emphasis. So we're looking at what tools do they have they used in writing their speech. So she used one tool that we talk about, the tool of three, one that gives repetition. What did she write? One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. Oh, I love it. I love it. I like that. One pen can change the world. And you as a woman leader, as you grow and to learn how to enhance your writing, your persuasive writing, can change your position in the company, but more importantly, can have a great impact on the company, its culture, its policies, the employee, increase improvement in productivity, great change. Malala's ability to transform her personal tragedy into a universal message of hope and education for all is a testament to her persuasive power. And there are other examples, but my whole purpose was to show and to share with you that persuasive writing and speaking are crucial tools for any leader. Why? Because they help build trust. They convey a vision and they inspire others to follow. As you look at Malala's book, One Child, One Teacher, One Book, and the impact of overcoming. Sandberg's about resilience, and she's a businesswoman when she was a business leader. So this persuasive writing and speaking, what does it do again? Build trust, convey vision, and inspire others to follow. Whether it's through a heartfelt story, compelling data, or a visionary speech, the words of a leader have the power to shape our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. So I want you to remember that effective leadership isn't just about making decisions or giving orders. And those three quotes I gave to you in the beginning, look up the speaker, look and see if those, what they say resonate with you and why or why not. Do you agree with the statement? It's about communicating in a way that moves people, resonates with their values, and inspires them again to take action. You want people to take an action or actions, whether it is to adopt your proposal, the client hires you and accepts your your recommendation, you get promoted, you become the project lead. A new initiative is adopted and implemented in your corporate structure or division. So whether you're leading a team, a community, or a movement, your words can be your most powerful tool. So I want to thank you for tuning in to the Persuasive Pen. And if you enjoyed today's discussion, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share with your friends and colleagues. And join me for the next time we continue to explore the art of persuasion in our Persuasive Pen podcast. So, I'm Linda Fagans, your persuasive strategist, and thank you for listening to the Persuasive Pen podcast. Have a great day.